This is 90.3 KEXP Seattle. I'm John Richards here on the morning show, and I'm in our performance space here with Shelby, Earl, and you have friends joining us this time.
I'm not alone.
You're not alone. We'll talk about your band, and we'll hear from your band right now if you're ready to go.
Excellent.
All right, it's all yours.
He's met you before, but he doesn't recall. He does not recall the lights are in his eyes. He's met you before, but that was in a simpler time. Now the ghosts, they come at night, and his pockets are heavy with keys to the cities, the weight of his memories, his money, all of his longings, and everyone else's claim. He's a man who's made himself a name. He's known for his beauty, but he doesn't display, not traditionally, how a genius blinds the wise. Say his name in the street, he'll not turn around, will not look to see how the world, it holds him tight. And his pockets are heavy with keys to the cities he keeps to remember, the faces he leaves, weight of his winnings, and everyone else's pain. He's a man who's made himself a name. And his pockets are heavy with keys to the cities he keeps to remember, the faces he leaves, weight of his winnings, weight of his losings, his fear, all of his fooling, the sweat and the tears he shed to make him a legacy, one only he can claim. He's a man who's made himself a name. A man who's made himself a name. He's a man who's made himself a name. He's a man who's made himself a name. A man who's made himself a name.
Shelby Earl live here on the morning show. The title track, we say that in the radio biz, Shelby, The Man Who Made Himself a Name.
That's the one.
What does that mean to you, that title?
Well, it has kind of an interesting story. I was on tour with a really fantastic songwriter who you know well, Tom Brusso.
I do.
And it turns out this guy actually carries the key to Grand Forks, North Dakota in his shirt pocket. And he moves it from shirt to shirt. He wears it every day.
He does.
And that's where he's from. And I found that really poignant. And so I started thinking about this, question of like, why do we travel around and sing songs for people and leave our homes and leave our loved ones to do this thing? And like, is it just about making a name for ourselves, or, sort of what's it in service of? So I started looking around at other artists. There are some references to some local songwriters in there too, but you'll have to sort that yourselves, triangulate, if you will.
Did you come up with a conclusion to your thoughts?
Well, No, and I don't think there is one. So the song is meant to have this kind of tension, like it's a little bit dark, and then at the end it's celebratory. So like, is it a good thing? Are we glad that this person has made themselves a name? It's an open question.
I also saw that there was some talk. I saw a comment about this record and you in the music world, that this was sort of you crossing over and putting this record out and gaining more popularity and more people discovering you. What is, for you, the definition of success in music?
Oh, yeah. Sustainability is what, I mean, when I started writing songs, I didn't even know I could write a song or, lead a band or make a record. So that was the first revelation. Like, oh my gosh, I can make a record and put it out. How exciting. And then the second anyone started to respond, it was just like pure shock and awe, basically. And so I still sort of feel that way. I mean, I don't take any of it for granted, but I did want to grow the operation a little bit with this record, and I wanted the production to reflect that. And I felt like the songs were strong enough that, big production would sort of hold those up.
Do you remember the first time you were playing a live show and you didn't recognize someone in the audience and they were there to see you? And
oh yeah, that like just happened. No,
finally, people showed up you didn't know. Well, then you get to know them and it gets blurred because your fans become your friends, especially here in town.
It's so true, and that's the great thing about tour is meeting people, all around, and then you circle back around and you see them again and you realize, oh, these are actual relationships, which is really all that matters at the end of the day. I should add that to like success. Yeah. Sustainability and relationships that are meaningful around the way, both with the people I play with and the people I meet on the road, That's what's there at the end of the day.
Well, it's a good answer, and I think now more than ever, people need to see familiar faces and get lost in music. So thank you for touring. All right, Shelby Earl is here with the band, and another song?
Absolutely.
All right.
Down
Shelby, Earl live here on the morning show. Full band. I don't know what to call the full band. Full band?
Yeah.
Yeah, full band.
I was like looking around at these people this morning, and there are some beautiful people in here with me. And so I was thinking like we call them just like Face.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't have
Shelby, Earl, and Face.
Faces await.
I don't like to do this to our great video team here, but if you could introduce your band, and I'm going to give them a heads up, if you could go clockwise, is that clockwise? And introduce your band, I think that would be nice.
Absolutely. I got my brother Eric Hawk here on guitar, Nick Shadell on keys, on backing vocals, the beautiful Lydia Ramsey and Noella Johnston. Michael Knight is on percussion over there. Steve Baldock is on the bass, and Aaron Benson is on the drums.
Thank you very much. And a very talented band it is. I know you were very proud of playing with this band, too.
Yes.
And it was part of my one-man Shelby Earl marketing crew. That is the morning show.
Yes.
We talked about you on TV last night.
Thank you
on
for
King
that.
5.
Yes.
And you had the 5 days up on the morning show.
That's
and
right.
we read a quote. I saw a quote in the Seattle Times, was it? It said, John Richards of KEXP asked me to come in every morning this week to play a solo acoustic song, laughs Earl. You did laugh, didn't you?
I do that.
A few years ago, I could never have done this. I would have been so afraid. Now, though, I'm like, whatever. I don't have to be anything else but me. All I can do is show up and use the voice that I have. There's a calm in that. 2 things. First, that's a really great quote. And secondly, I never invited you. You just kept showing up. I don't know why you would lie, Shelby. Why would you do that?
It was a weird thing
It was
to do.
weird that you were there every day knocking on the window with a guitar. We're like, just let her in.
I do think the KXP staff thinks it's questionable at this point.
It was awesome, so thank you. And you warming up in the bathroom is a tradition here.
I know. Owen was looking for me in there earlier. We should have done round 6, but I forgot.
Well, we appreciate it, and it was really great to hear previews of these songs. Now we get the full band. So if you have another one, what are we going to hear?
This is called Stay With Me Tonight, which we actually premiered on KXP. This was the first tune I recorded with this production collective called The Spectacles, and it ended up being the catalyst for this whole record because I went and I did this recording project that was supposed to just be a one-off thing. In fact, a couple of the dudes, Nick Shadell and Aaron Benson, are here, and it was just such a positive, amazing experience. And the resulting song got this amazing response where people were like, wow, you really stepped up your game. And I was like, I didn't do anything except for play with these dudes. That was the only change. So I called them up, and Erica Hawk here, who has been playing in the live band for a long time, and said, will you guys make the full record with me? And I just wanted that sound that they already had on the record, and then the amazing Martin Fevier produced.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, that's a long answer to which song this is. This is called Stay With Me Tonight.
Won't you let
Stay With Me Tonight, beautiful version. See, that was a great setup for the song.
Right?
Made it even more powerful.
This all-star crew.
That was great. Nice work. The new album, The Man Who Made Himself a Name. Shelby going to be very busy with some shows. You're heading up to Vancouver.
I am tomorrow.
You're leaving tomorrow?
Yeah.
We're just missing you. I'm going to be up there this weekend.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
You could have come to the Filson opening.
I know. Filson. That's where you're
I'm
going
to drop some hits and get some outdoor gear.
Is that what's happening? Yeah, is that what they're paying you in outdoor gear?
It's
That's a very Northwest thing, by the way.
Actually, I think that is part of my offer.
I've DJ'd for outdoor gear. That is true. I have.
You need it in these parts,
yeah,
especially when it rains.
It's currency.
Forever.
Yep. About that too. It often gets. I don't know if it gets overlooked or not, but the rain and the weather here, especially these last 6 months, that does have an impact on the music being produced here. It always has, and I don't think maybe people know that, but you look at grunge, you look at everything. I mean, there's a reason we're in a mood here in Seattle, right?
Yes.
Does it affect you? I mean, just clearly your surroundings and what's going on in the world affect you, but that's a thing.
Historically, yes, I've written songs with all the sads. But we picked it up a little bit for this record.
Yeah.
And in fact, that was part of, the great role that the Spectacles and Martin played. It was like, here's this dirgy ballad.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, hey, how do you feel about making that a disco song? And I went into this project thinking, yes, just yes. In fact, the next song we're going to play is the perfect example of that. But I'm glad that this record, it came out in March, which is sort of like right in the middle of the worst rain in history in Seattle. Mm-hmm. But now we're moving into summer, she says, with hope in her heart.
And there's no more beautiful place to be for
Right.
the next 6 months.
So hopefully these groovers will be like people's summer soundtrack.
I think you've timed it well.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of that, you have shows coming up here in town. We should mention you're going to be a part of Upstream Music Festival.
Doing 2 sets at Upstream, actually. I'm playing a solo set on Thursday or Friday. Actually, still don't know yet. But then the full band set, that's the one you want to be there for, is the 13th, which is Saturday night, 11 p.m. at the 90.
Cool. And then you're going to be, speaking of summer, be part of Timber this year as well.
That is
one
correct.
of the best festivals.
And it'll be my first time, and that'll be with the full band as well.
Oh, cool. Well, good for you. And happy to see those shows. And we have one more song from the album.
We do. This is called James. Let me tell you about James. He loved me in a way. Loved me in a way that I cannot shake. It wasn't easy trying to make him stay. It wasn't easy when he went away. Oh, James, 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 James. Have you ever known the power in your name? Oh, James, 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 James. Loved him once, never been the same. But I'll tell you about James. He knew what to say. Oh, he could read me like a psychic band. And he'd come calling on my strongest days, just to prove he could make me weak again. Oh, James, 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 James. Have you ever known the power in your name? Oh, James, 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 James. Loved him twice, still can't explain.
Shelby, Earl live here on the morning show. Great job.
Thank you, John. Thanks so much for having us.
Of course. And again, the album, highly recommend it. One of the best albums of the year, local or otherwise. The man who made himself a name. I hope you're very proud of it. You should be.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I am. Yes. And I'm proud of these guys.
Do you, when you're in the thick of the album and you put it out and you're playing those songs, do new songs ever appear? Do you just lock it out until this is going to run its course?
Oh no! I mean, the songs, like as we were recording, I was writing all these things, and then the temptation is to try to rush them and stick them on the record too. But I controlled myself, and so there's already a healthy batch for the next project. Yeah,
setting it up for the next one.
I like your style.
All right. Mm-hmm. We want to thank everybody for their support of These in Studios, our entire crew here in the studios, and of course our listeners who power this station and allow these sessions to happen. You support the music so we can support the music each and every day, and to get out there and see Shelby, Earl, and her band live. I highly recommend it. This is 90.3 KEXP, Seattle.
Discover new music at listener-powered KEXP.org.